what's up? Show my 10 inches. You want me to show my 10 inches? Pause. Anyway, what's up? I'm an idiot. But, yeah. I saw Derek's, like, 3-part video about 10 inches, and I figured, hey, I got some 10 inches here. And this might even be a 2-parter because I have some more 10 inches over at the studio. These are just 10 inches that ended up here. Because, and if I don't know if 78s count in this little thread. I got a whole bunch of 78s back there. I don't know if you can see them inside that makeshift record shelf, one of my first record shelves that I built. But anyway, yeah, starting right off, I'm not going to show 78s. I only have one because I know that don't count. I'm going to show 10 inches. They're mostly old stuff. I wish I had some of the 10 inches Derek showed, man, like all that rock 10 inches and like, you know, indie stuff and weird shit on 10 inch. I love the format, being a 78 head, and I might show some 78s later on. I wonder if anybody in the VC shows any 78s. Let me know, comment. Yeah, I have a 10 inch over at the studio. That's one of my favorite 10 inches. Money Mark. I almost said Marky Mark. Definitely don't have 10 inches by him. Pause. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so 10 inches. I have more rock stuff at the studio. Not much. I want more. This is the stuff that's here. It's mostly old jazz. Speaking of old jazz, Jelly Roll Morton solos. Transcribed from piano rolls. The track I just listened to on this is Grandpa's Spells. Hey, Grandpa! Get off the piano! But, yeah, and Stratford Hunch. I like that. I like hunches, you know? Modern music needs more hunches, you know? Anyway, Midnight Mama, Dead Man Blues. You know, this is hokey stuff, but look at that cool cover. I had this hanging on the wall for a little while. Alright, this I haven't listened to yet, but what's great about the VC is that it forces you to listen to records that you don't listen to often. Such as this. Tin Angel presents Odetta and Larry. Love Larry, you know? Anyway, well, look at that on red vinyl! Who knew? On Fantasy. I'm definitely going to listen to this after the video's over. Yeah. I scored a lot of these because people just like to give me records, you know, and I don't really, I don't know, I probably wouldn't buy these on left to my own devices, but, you know, if you get them for free, you know, it just makes it look like you have really great music taste. In the background, what we're listening to, Joe Newman Sextet. As a trumpet player myself, I think Joe Newman is very underrated. This has got Billy Byers on trombone, Gene Quill on alto sax. I never heard of any of these people. Milt Hinton, I've heard of him on bass. Ozzie Johnson on drums. Yeah, I had a trumpet teacher that was like big into Joe Newman, and he told me that Joe Newman was a mouth breather. I am a mouth breather, so I tried to listen to a lot of Joe Newman to see how he plays, because we're probably going to play similar. It would be a good style to try and figure out. I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyway, Charlie Shavers on the underrated trumpeter tip, Horn O'Plenty, with jazz narration. This is a little water damage on the back here. Yeah, it's got narration by Al Jazzbo Collins. Yeah. I have to listen to this again. I remember this being good. I like Al Jazzbo. Anybody with Jazzbo in their name has got to be good stuff. I have a bunch of Folkways stuff here that's like really cool, and I got it all for free. Kentucky folk songs and ballads sung by Logan English. I haven't listened to this yet, but if it's anything like the other Folkways, I'm not going to pull this out. It's kind of hard. It's anything like pause, crazy wild pause. If anybody likes this stuff, you know, I lost my train of thought with my idiocy. This is also great Folkways. Get On Board, Negro Folk Songs by the Folk Masters, Sonny Terry harmonica, Brownie McGee guitar, and Koyal McMahon on maracas. Awesome! I definitely have to take a listen to this again. I listened to it a few weeks ago and realized how awesome it is and why I haven't been listening to it all the time. So yeah, this is great stuff. 10-inch, on 10-inch. I have a friend who on that same tip, work songs and spirituals. This is not like the Folkways stuff. It's not just like, rootsy, as Derek would say, folky blues. This is more like orchestral. This is like really like dramatic and like powerful, but in a operatic kind of, I don't know, way. When you listen to this stuff, it kind of puts you in a strange mood of, and actually that's what I was going to say about the old blues stuff. I have a few friends, black friends, that feel like it's depressing to listen to that stuff, and I hear what they're saying. But I mean, I think it's great, and I think it's a testament to history, and rising above adversity. So yeah, I mean, that's why I listen to it. But this stuff's different, though. This stuff's a little bit more like, I got this Robert McFerrin record that's Negro Spirituals, and it's all, that kind of stuff. But I like it. I like that kind of stuff, especially when you get it for free. Check this out. Take This Hammer, Lead Belly, Legacy, #1. Just listen to some of this. Dope track off here is Yellow Gal. Really, really awesome. It's typical, right? That like a white man would be into the Yellow Gal, right? Anyway, that's what my friend Raina says. Anyhow, it's a great song. And, in this era of music, there was lots of sookying going on. I'm not really quite sure what sooky is, like sooky, but they say about sookying with the Yellow Gal in that song. And then this album, Smoky Mountain Ballads, sung by Bascom Lamar Lunsford with banjo. This is a great album, also on Folkways. And the song Jenny Jenkins has the greatest line where he says, "Sooky, sooky white man," several times. And I like to think of myself as a sooky, sooky white man. So yeah, more Folkways 10 inches. A lot of these are Folkways 10 inches. Okay, here are a bunch of 10 inches that were like not in. I'm sure these had picture sleeves, but I just found them in a box of stuff that someone gave me. Dexter Gordon, All Stars. These are kind of beat up, but I cleaned them up because it's like, I'm not going to throw away Dexter Gordon, Mischievous Lady, Lullaby, Ghost of a Chance, The Duel. At the end of this side one here, this is like unintended, but again, like it forces you to listen to stuff that you haven't listened to in a while. There was a locked groove, but not like, and I was talking about locked grooves in my other posts, so it wasn't like a intended locked groove, it was an accidental locked groove, and it had the coolest like low-end sound. So I got out my portable digital recorder, hooked it up to the amp, and grabbed it, because I'm definitely going to make like an Autechre track out of that. It's crazy. I love when stuff like that happens. More Dexter Gordon All-Stars. Maybe it was a 2-record set. I'm not sure. But, is this the same? Yeah, I got doubles. Okay. Shows you how long it's been since I pulled these out. Coleman Hawkins, Timeless Jazz, featuring Coleman Hawkins and his All-Stars. This is good stuff. I'm going to give this another listen. Let's see here. On to the 178 I wanted to show. Parakeet training record. Let your parakeet teach himself to talk. This is hilarious. I mean, it's just the same phrases over and over again with the hearts birdseed ad on the back. This is great stuff. I love finding wacky shit like this. Just cause. And then the last two are like poetry. And this one here is, let's see, what is this? Poems by Edith Sitwell, music by William Walton, recorded and produced in cooperation with the Museum of Modern Art. with chamber orchestra. So this is like if this is like I want to call this like an 18th century hip hop album, because it's like spoken slash sung flowetry over like William Tell, you know, and like, you know, orchestral arrangements. And it's like if Mrs. Garrett got together with like Sousa and was like, "Yo, let's make Illmatic, 18th century style." Maybe not. On that same poetry tip, I cannot believe this man is still incarcerated unjustly. This is a I'll try to take it out of the bag. This is a Mamiya Abu Jamal 10-inch. It comes with this really cool zine, all about, first published in World War III, illustrated, all about Mamiya and his story. And this was picked up in that same lot. That lot was very good to me. That Peter, my friend Peter, my nephew Dom, and my friend Carl went to a record shop at this one person who was getting rid of her collection, and they picked me up stuff they thought I would like. I don't want to take this out of the bag. Yeah, so this is like poems. I haven't really listened to this yet. I'll probably take a listen to it today. But yeah, definitely free Mamiya. I don't mean to get political. I know I'm trying to avoid being political here on the VC because nobody does that, and that's a good rule of thumb. And you know, I've got my politics, you've got yours, but I don't agree with any of the people in politics right now. There's a few here and there that say a couple things, and say, you know, well, maybe. But Mamiya, if you on YouTube Mamiya prison commentaries, that the science this guy drops, and he's got such a really well-versed, well-educated take on what's happening in this country and with politics and whatever. But anyway, those are my 10 inches for now. There'll be a part 2. That's it. Alright, VC. Keep it coming. Peace.